Hi, third graders. Welcome to the language lesson for today. Please turn to page 116. Page 116. So I'll write it up here. Oh, it's nice and pink. All right. So we're going to learn how to use certain verbs. Okay, remember verbs are action words, but sometimes verbs don't have to be action words. They include is, are, was, were, has, had, have, am. We call those helping verbs or state of being verbs, where again there's nothing happening, but we need a word to complete the sentence. Sometimes it's just how someone feels or what they are or who they are. So let's take a look at these verbs here on page 116. We're going to look at how to use is and the word isn't. Use is and isn't with a singular subject. So let me say that again, and you read it in your book. Use is and isn't with a singular subject, meaning you use these verbs, is and isn't, when you are talking about one thing. So here are examples. Gideon is my friend. Okay. Now, if you're still talking about one friend, but you want to say isn't, you can say, my friend isn't in my class at school. I like what they did here. They made the verb bold, and I'm going to underline it twice. And then they underline the subject one time. Remember, the subject is the main person or object doing the action. Okay, so if we were to separate them with a line, it would look just like that. Now, let's see how to use are in a sentence, or the word aren't. I'll use blue. Use are and aren't with a plural subject. So here's an example. The boys are at the baseball game. How many boys? Well, more than one. So we're going to use the verb are. Here, Alex and Henry aren't at home. How many boys aren't at home? 2, more than one. So I use aren't. I can also use aren't and are with the subject you. So if I'm going to say you at the beginning of a sentence, I can say, you are amazing, or you aren't doing that right, or you are going to Disneyland, or you aren't going to Disneyland, I'm sorry. That would be sad. So here are the examples they give you in the book. Are you ready for church yet? Okay, I know they kind of switched it around. They put are at the beginning and the subject is in the middle, but that's because they're stating this in a interrogative sentence. And then you aren't wearing your baseball hat. So let's practice this and think A. These are the verbs we're going to use: is, isn't, are, aren't. And we have to determine the correct word to use in the blank based on the number of people doing the action. Okay, so this is a lot of level 5 thinking, okay, because we have to judge and decide the correct answer. This is why we read it out loud, so we can hear the correct answer. And I know sometimes we don't speak properly, and the reason why we don't speak properly is because we kind of get lazy in our speech. I know I've done that before, and sometimes I still do, but we still have to learn how to speak proper English, right? So, trains, I've got trains. Trains is fun to ride to the zoo, or trains are fun to ride to the zoo. I'm going to say trains are fun to ride to the zoo. Now, if you don't believe that trains are not fun to ride to the zoo, you can put aren't. All right? But you can't put isn't, because that's not correct. You can put either are or aren't, but for the purposes of making this exercise positive, I'm going to say are, okay? We want to stay on the positive side here. Trains are fun to ride to the zoo. We're going to skip number 2 and do number 3. So here, we're going to do 1, 3, and 5, and then the rest at our meeting. I kind of want to just like make it different this time around. Okay, number 3. Tomorrow is going to be a warm day, or tomorrow are going to be a warm day. Well, I hope we heard it when I said it out loud. Is. Now, again, If you want to say it's not, you can certainly say tomorrow isn't going to be a warm day. And here I think I'll allow it if you write isn't, because right now I'm filming this on a Friday. It's cold and it's cloudy and it's wet outside. So I'm going to predict, hypothesis, old spelling word, that it may also not be sunny tomorrow, Saturday. So tomorrow isn't going to be a warm day. Number 5. Okay, remember I'm skipping number 4. We'll do 2, 4, 6 through 10 at our Zoom meeting. Or you can try it on your own. That'd be cool. Number 5. The penguins is walking through the zoo, or the penguins are walking through the zoo. Okay, you heard it, right? The penguins are walking through the zoo. All right. So yeah, certainly give the rest a try. Again, that would help improve your critical thinking skills, especially since we're doing higher level thinking with level 5, okay? Think B. Ooh, okay. Same idea. This time we're underlining the verb twice. Same idea in terms of level 5 thinking, where we judge the sentence and determine the correct answer. Same idea thinking in terms of reading out loud to hear the correct answer and developing our critical thinking skills. Number 1, spider monkeys is at the Basel Zoo. Or spider monkeys are at the Basel Zoo. Okay, you heard it, right? I'm going to underline R twice. Okay, I'm going to do number 2, but we'll do the rest at our Zoom meeting. The monkey is an acrobat, or the monkey are an acrobat. Is. Now, acrobats are people who like fly through the air at circuses. I don't know if you've seen them before, but they do a lot of really dangerous yet cool, awesome tricks, and you need a lot of years of training for that, so don't try it at home. Alrighty, so our objective today was to learn how to use is and isn't, are and aren't in sentences. And we use these words all the time, but this time we are focusing and highlighting them in a lesson, and I hope it helps improve not just your speaking, but also your writing. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you get to watch the math